Hello students, how are you all? I hope you all are fine. This is your chemistry lecture of grade 10th, and I am your chemistry teacher Aparna Pandey from Art and Progressive School, Lamachor. So student, as you all know that in chemistry we have started our chapter number 2, that is acids, bases and salts. In chemistry, we have already started chapter number 2, acids, bases and salts. And in this chapter, till now beta, we have discussed about the acids, bases, both the chemical and physical properties of acids as well as the chemicals and physical properties of bases. This much we have done now. Now in today's class, we are going to learn about salts. In today's class, we are going to learn about salts. So, in today's class, we will discuss about salts here. Now, what are salts? Do you know what are salts? As salt word is not new for you, because earlier also we have learned to prepare salt, or we have seen that in which case salt is prepared. So salt word is not new for you. So student, in today's class, now we are going to learn about different types of salts. See, so one thing that we know from the neutralization reaction, that whenever we react acid plus base, we get salt plus water. So the most common thing that we say from where salts come, so we can say that salts are the ionic compound prepared by reacting acids with base, and the reaction is called neutralization reaction. What are salts? Salts are the ionic compound. Salts are ionic compound. Okay, salts are ionic compound. And how we get salt? So we get salt by reacting acid with base. This is the most common that we have learned from this acid base chemical reactions, that when we react acid with base, then in result we get salt plus water. This we know. This thing is not new for us. We have discussed this earlier also, that whenever we react acid with base, it forms salt and water is released. So in this way salt is formed, and this reaction is called the neutralization reaction. This reaction is called the neutralization reaction. Okay, neutralization reaction. So beta, till now this much is clear to everyone, that salts are the ionic compounds prepared by the reaction of acids and base, or prepared by the reaction between acid and base, and reaction is called neutralization reaction. This we all know. Now see, as we talk about the salt, so we all know the common salt. What is common salt? NaCl. What is common salt? NaCl. NaCl is called the common salt, as well as it is also called the kitchen salt. Okay, NaCl is also called the kitchen salt. So now this NaCl, which is also called the kitchen salt and a common salt, is a very important type of salt. It is a very important type of salt. Why? Because this salt acts as a base for preparing different types of compounds. Because this salt is used for preparing different types of salts. This common salt NaCl is used in the preparation of different types of salt. So we say that it is very important. Now when we talk about the different types of salt, so let's see what they can be. As with the help of NaCl, we can prepare sodium hydroxide. As from NaCl, we can also prepare sodium bicarbonate. As from NaCl, NaCl, we can also prepare washing soda. So like this, so many in this way, this salt is used in so many preparations. So that's why we say that NaCl is a common material that is required for preparation of different types of salts. Now, so I hope this much is clear to everyone. Salts are the ionic compound that are prepared by reacting acid with base, and in this reaction water is released. Such reaction is called a neutralization reaction. The most common salt is as well as known as common salt is sodium chloride. This sodium chloride is a common material that is required to prepare many types of salts. For example, sodium hydroxide, sodium bicarbonate, washing soda, etc. Now, so in this series, now first that salt we are going to discuss today is, the salt that we are going to discuss in today's class is caustic soda, Caustic, caustic soda. So now the salt that we are going to discuss today is our caustic soda. Now see beta, what is this caustic soda? So caustic soda is common name of salt called sodium hydroxide. Caustic soda is a common name of a salt called sodium hydroxide. So related to caustic soda, let's see some basic things. What is its common name? We know caustic soda. Let's see chemical name and chemical formula. Chemical name, then chemical formula. Few things will be clear from here only. As we say caustic soda, so caustic soda is a common name of sodium hydroxide. So chemical name of caustic soda will be sodium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide. Okay. So caustic soda, common name is caustic soda, chemical name is sodium hydroxide, and what is the chemical formula? So chemical formula of sodium hydroxide is NaOH. Chemical formula of sodium hydroxide is NaOH. Till now what we come to know, that we are going to discuss about the salt named caustic soda. Caustic soda is a common name. Its chemical name is sodium hydroxide. Its formula is NaOH. Let's see how it is prepared. So let's see the preparation. Now let's see how this sodium hydroxide is prepared. So student, as I told you that sodium chloride is a common material which helps in the preparation of many salts. So first I told you here sodium hydroxide only. So this NaCl is also helping in the preparation of the sodium hydroxide. So let's see how. For preparing sodium hydroxide, we have to take sodium chloride. We will react it with water, and we will pass current. Electrolysis will take place. We will pass current here. And the product formed will be NaOH plus Cl2 plus H2. So in this way the reaction takes place. For preparing sodium hydroxide, we have to take sodium chloride with water. We are taking aqueous sodium chloride, and we are passing current in this NaCl and water, then we are passing electric current. Then how reaction takes place? That this chlorine will be released, hydrogen gas will be released, and this sodium will react with OH. So what we are getting? We are getting salt, sodium hydroxide, and it will be now in this way we will get this. So what we find here, that we have prepared our salt sodium hydroxide. We have prepared our salt sodium hydroxide, and the process is called chloroalkali process. The process through which this salt is prepared is called the chloroalkali process. So students, as I told you, this reaction, and we know that we are passing the electric current, so electrolysis process takes place. Okay. Now in case of electrolysis process, you know that there is anode and cathode. So beta, when we are carrying out this reaction, we can see that this hydrogen will be at cathode. This chlorine will be at anode, and the prepared sodium hydroxide will be near to cathode. This will be found near to cathode. Now let's see some properties related to the sodium hydroxide. So let's see properties related to the sodium hydroxide. So suppose we have taken sodium hydroxide and we are reacting with HCl. What we will get? We will get NaCl. NaCl plus water will be released. Okay, when we react sodium hydroxide with HCl, then the product will form NaCl plus H2O. Similarly, when we react sodium hydroxide with sulfuric acid H2SO4, then product will form Na2SO4 plus H2O will be released. See beta, as we have seen the reaction of the sodium hydroxide with HCl and H2SO4, similarly one more reaction is there related to sodium hydroxide. What happens as the sodium hydroxide has a power of absorbing. So when we put sodium hydroxide openly, then it absorbs the moisture from the air. So when this sodium hydroxide kept open for a long time, then it also absorbs carbon dioxide from surrounding. So let's see what is the reaction for that. So we have sodium hydroxide and we are reacting it with carbon dioxide and we are getting Na2CO3. What it is? Sodium bicarbonate. But it is sodium carbonate. So when we are reacting sodium hydroxide with carbon dioxide, we are getting sodium carbonate and water is released. So this is the reaction of sodium hydroxide with carbon dioxide. When we are reacting sodium hydroxide with carbon dioxide, we are getting sodium carbonate and water is released. So now let's discuss about the uses of sodium hydroxide. Uses of sodium hydroxides are that sodium hydroxide is used in the preparation of soaps and detergents. The most important thing, the use of this base sodium hydroxide is that it is used for the preparation of soaps and detergents. Sodium hydroxide is also required in the process of oil refining. Sodium hydroxide is also required in the process of oil refining. It is also used as a pesticide by the farmers. It is also used as a pesticide by the farmers, and it is also required for the manufacture of PVC. Okay, it is also required at the time of the manufacturing of PVC. So these are the uses of sodium hydroxide. These are the common. There are many uses of the sodium hydroxide, but I have told you just common one. It is used for the preparation of soaps and detergents. It is used for as a pesticide. It is used in a oil refining process. It is used in the manufacture of PVCs. Now it's time to discuss about the second type of salt. So we are taking bleaching powder here. Okay, it's time to discuss about bleaching powder. I hope this is very common word. You all have heard bleaching powder. So now let's see that how this bleaching powder is prepared. Bleaching powder. Now see beta, first of all we are going to see like this only, that bleaching powder is a common name. Bleaching powder is a common name. Let's see what is the chemical name. Then let's see what is its chemical formula. Then we will move further. Chemical formula. So when we are saying bleaching powder, then its chemical name is calcium oxychloride. The bleaching powder is common name and its chemical name is calcium oxychloride. Its chemical name is calcium oxychloride. And what will be now its chemical formula? The chemical name is calcium oxychloride. So chemical formula will be CaOCl2. The chemical formula of bleaching powder is CaOCl2. So what we have seen, students, here that we are discussing about the bleaching powder. Bleaching powder is a common name. Chemical name of bleaching powder is calcium oxychloride and its chemical formula is CaOCl2. I hope it is clear to everyone. Now let's see that how this CaOCl2 or bleaching powder is prepared. Let's see that how this CaOCl2 or bleaching powder is prepared. So for its preparation, for the preparation of bleaching powder, we require anhydrous slaked lime, or we can say dry slaked lime, which is also called calcium hydroxide. Okay, for the preparation of bleaching powder, we need anhydrous or dry calcium hydroxide, and it is react with chlorine. It is react with chlorine to form calcium oxychloride. So let's see what is the reaction. So let's see its reaction, or we can say preparation. How we will prepare? Let's see. I told you we have to take dry slaked lime, that is CaOH2. We have to take this in dry form. Then we are going to react it with the chlorine. We are taking calcium hydroxide and then we are reacting it with chlorine, and what we get? We get as a product, we are getting CaOCl2 plus water is released. So what we can say that we have found, we have taken slaked lime, we have reacted it with chlorine to produce calcium oxide. oxychloride and water is released. So in this way we can prepare bleaching powder is prepared. So I hope now preparation of the bleaching powder is clear to everyone. For preparing bleaching powder we need slaked lime, and we are reacting slaked lime with chlorine and we get bleaching powder plus water is released. Okay. Now let's see what are the uses of bleaching powder. Where do we need bleaching powder? So beta see. Bleaching powder is required for bleaching of cotton and linen. As cotton and linen both are the fabrics, so it is required for the bleaching of cotton and linen by these fabric industries. It is required for the cleaning of the wood pulp. At the time of the preparation of a paper, wood pulp is there. So it is also required for the cleaning of the wood pulp. Similarly, this bleaching powder is act as a oxidizing agent. Bleaching powder is act as a oxidizing agent. Students, now let's see some properties of bleaching powder. Let's see how it reacts. So bleaching powder reacts with the CO2. So let's see how it reacts. When bleaching powder, that is CaO, Cl2 reacts with the carbon dioxide. So what it will form? See, this is calcium, this is CO2. How they will react? They will react to form CaCO3. Calcium carbonate plus chlorine gas will be released. So what we have seen? We have seen that when we are reacting bleaching powder with carbon dioxide, it forms calcium carbonate and releases chlorine gas. So this is the reaction between the bleaching powder and carbon dioxide. And why it is reacting with carbon dioxide? Because similarly, as we have seen in case of sodium hydroxide, because it is kept in open, it is exposed to air, so it releases chlorine. And why it releases chlorine? It releases chlorine because it reacts with carbon dioxide. So this is the reaction. When bleaching powder reacts with carbon dioxide, it forms calcium carbonate and chlorine gas is released. I hope this much is clear to everyone. Similarly, this bleaching powder also reacts with the acids. This bleaching powder also reacts with the acids like HCl and H2SO4. Let's see what is the reaction. How it reacts with the acids. So, when we are taking calcium oxychloride and we are reacting it with the HCl. So what will be the product? Product will be CaCl2 plus what will be released? H2O plus Cl2. Calcium chloride will be formed, water will be released and chlorine gas will be released. So in this way the reaction will take place with HCl. Similarly, when we react this calcium oxychloride with H2SO4, then in product what we will get? In product we will get CaSO4 plus H2O plus Cl2. So in this way the bleaching powder reacts with acid HCl and H2SO4. So students, now here we have seen that bleaching powder is the common name of calcium oxychloride. Its formula is CaOCl2. For preparing bleaching powder, we need dry or anhydrous calcium hydroxide, which is also called slaked lime, and we are reacting it with the chlorine and we get calcium oxychloride as a product. Then we have also seen the reactions that carried out by the bleaching powder, that it reacts with carbon dioxide when exposed to air, and we have also seen the reaction of bleaching powder with acids like HCl and H2SO4. So student, now the rest part of this chapter we will discuss in our next video. So students, I hope whatever I have explained you all are getting that, and I hope you all will like this video. Thank you and have a nice day ahead.